40 metres. We normally don't see a lot of these Monty trials these days over the 22.40, but that's the case today. And Illawong Helios moves up to the gate. Hayley Tillman standing up in the irons, right on the girth of the horse. And the arms back and away. And Illawong Helios, who's not racing against anything here this afternoon, is just going to enjoy a bit of a coast around the Tabcorp Park Melton track with Hayley Tillman in the saddle. And Illawong Helios, this classy trotter in the Sugars stable. Ross Sugars a trainer. Greg Sugars normally drives, but he's not riding today. He's got none better than Hayley Tillman in the saddle, and she stands up in the irons, and certainly right on the neck of the horse. And Illawong Helios heads to the back straight and hasn't put a foot wrong to now. And as we know, she's very good. And Illawong Helios goes down the back straight, heading up towards the 1,600 metres. It'll be a fairly leisurely lead time, and the lead time comes up in 48.6 for Illawong Helios, and leads the way on its own and doing it beautifully. Hasn't missed a stride and trotting nicely with Hayley in the saddle, and certainly getting the horse to concentrate throughout is always the hardest part when it's not really riding against or racing against anything in this particular occasion, other than just making sure it gets around the track okay. Knows it's well and truly away around Melton here, Illawong Helios. But this is probably a rare occasion where she's got a rider in the saddle, and Hayley Tillman just doing it very nicely. She's got her in a very comfortable rhythm here, Illawong Helios. The lead time was 48.6. First quarter 31.1, so pretty impressive to date. And Illawong Helios, no surprise, heads up towards the 800 metre mark. And the first quarter was quite slick, 31.1. The second quarter in 30.3. So certainly covering the ground well, Illawong Helios. And its tail just flushing there in the back there, and certainly going along nicely. And Illawong Helios doing it well with Hayley Tillman in the saddle, standing up in the irons, right on the neck of the horse, and just probably giving it a little chat as they head up towards the 400 metres. And Illawong Helios, she's doing it well, heads up past the 400 metres. The third quarter, 30.3, so the times have been very slick. 31.1, 30.3, 30.3 for the Monty. 48.6 lead time. And if she finishes off her work as she has for the first last 1,200 metres, it's almost a track-winning gallop here for the Monty race next time she presents herself, because she's doing it in fine style. She looks a real pro at it. And Illawong Helios comes down, eased down, 30.2 last quarter. Mile rate 226. Looks pretty sharp for me for a next Monty trial for Illawong Helios. Gross 250.7. Mile rate 226. Last mile in 2.2. And the last half in 60.5. Couldn't be more impressive than that. Gross 250.7. Mile rate 226. Last mile 2.2, last half 60.5, 48.6 lead time, 31.1, 30.3, 30.3, 30.2. Simply brilliant.